But I still don't understand why we can't grow our sub count. It's been 6 months.
We're cute and heavy metal and horror. Who doesn't want to watch that?
My employers have a keen interest in this property in particular. They think it's a unique location.
They sent somebody out here a few years ago to close the place. They're talking about opening it back up now?
There may have been some oversight in the previous inspection.
Let me take a picture of you.
Right now?
It'll be good for the podcast. Here, let me get that headstone behind you.
So there was just a person in the graveyard with us last night.
Stacy, this is a ghost.
You're trying to commune with the dead.
I'm not seeing shit, Stacy. Shit's happening to me.
I'm starting to think that Lillian and I are being haunted.
It's starting to feel just like the band all over again.
You want to explain to me what we just did?
There's something going on in that graveyard.
I've warned you over and over again, and you still wouldn't stay the hell away from here.
I need to know if what I'm seeing is real or not.
All right. Hey. What's going on, everybody? It is 7 p.m. on Wednesday here on the East Coast, 4 p.m. on the West Coast, 10:36 a.m. over in Aussie land, and 1 a.m. over there in Ireland. This is the Death Rattle Podcast. I am your host, DJ Remark from Horror Sucks. With me is Mr. Kanan Becker, the Ghost Pirate himself. What's up, buddy?
What's up, man?
I keep forgetting.
We're late, so it's not. It's
There we
not
go.
10:36 over there because we're like
Oh.
5 minutes late. So
Well, that's my intro, and I'm sticking to it.
10:41.
That's what it is. Let's see who's all in the chat. B Movie Theaters in the chat. Sorry guys, I promise I'm gonna get that. I am gonna get that clip in the intro somehow, or it's gonna happen. Don't worry.
What clip?
The one from the trailer that we saw last week, where what's his name was like,
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna.
I saw
I'm
that
gonna-
movie this week.
It's gonna happen. Otaku says, love the new short. Thank you. For those of you who follow me on YouTube, on my other channel, Bloodscribe Creations, I released a new, I actually made it last year, short that you guys can go watch. If you like it. Lenny's in the chat. What's up, Lenny? What's going on, Jordan? What's up, Frau? B Movie Theater says, I think I am avoiding trailers for Evil Dead Burn because it looks like it could be very hit or miss. Don't want to risk spoiling anything from it at this point. I have heard that the trailer gives away too much.
I think that people are just doing what people do, and they're assuming that, like, people are assuming a lot. And
All right.
I'm going to tell you this.
Well, we'll
They're
talk about
holding back a lot. Like, you got to show something.
Well, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
We'll watch it and we'll talk about it, but that's what I've heard. What's up, Lenny? Good to see you. Pat Apple's in the chat. Last night in Soho with Alien Taylor-Joy. You mean Anya Taylor-Joy?
I love that movie.
Anya Taylor-Joy is my favorite. Okay. How do I
she
read
is
this?
so gorgeous in that movie. Oh my god.
Anya Taylor-Joy, she has, this is going to sound weird, so like get off me. But Anya Taylor-Joy has like the most perfectly shaped lips. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like her eyes are a little too far apart for me, but like her lips are like perfect. And it's weird. It's weird. It's strange how it like how perfect her lips are. But all right, that's it.
I just don't really ever look at people that way, I guess.
You don't look at what people look like?
No, I don't cut apart a face like that.
Okay, whatever. It's just my opinion. It's just like
No.
and that's coming from a guy who looks like me.
Like I don't look at a face and pick the pieces of it apart like it's a, you know what I mean? Like I don't go,
oh, I do.
those eyes are too far apart. That mouth is perfect. Like I just look at it as a face, you know?
Yeah. Casey's in the chat. What's up? Heather's in the chat. Hey. SoCal Dan. Good to see you guys. There's Gaston. Who else is here? Jordan, off to see HOKUM. All right, we're going to talk about it. Enjoy. Sega says that was hilarious. I don't know what was hilarious, but thank you. We're funny. Let me see here.
Oh, probably the thing from the trailer.
Yeah.
Last week.
Okay, I think that's everybody. Who did I miss? Oh, there's Mr. Wonderful. He says, "What's up?" Yes, smash the like button. We got 20 of you watching right now. Please like the good God, like the video. Casey says, "Not going to stick with you guys at the start of HOKUM talk. We purchased a vehicle at the end of the month. No dope. Perhaps we'll get to next week." Oh man, well, hey, congratulations on getting a vehicle.
What was the thing they said?
Well,
we're not going to get into spoilers until maybe
yeah,
like the back half of the video.
Yeah, we're just going to talk about it. That's okay.
Yeah. It's a movie that you can talk about pretty easily without spoiling it.
Yeah. Heather says, I accidentally watched the Evil Dead Burn trailer because I thought it was an ad for something else. What would it be an ad for?
Oh, dude, it's all over the place. There's no way I could have avoided it. I saw it last night.
I avoided it. I haven't.
Have you not been watching? Like, you must not watch Prime. Because literally everything I watched on Prime yesterday, I saw it play multiple times.
I haven't watched
it. It's an abridged version of the trailer. It's not the full trailer. It's like a, 40-second version of the trailer.
This Wonderful says, imagine an episode dedicated to boobs. Maybe one day, Mr. Wonderful.
I love that they're pushing this Evil Dead so hard. Like, I'm actually really surprised at how much they're promoting it.
Well, maybe it's worth it. I don't know. Onion, tomato, joy. Okay.
Well, that's not the point. I'm just saying, like, so often horror movies come out and then the studios go, oh, well, it's so lame that it didn't make any money. And it's like, but you didn't put a single penny into promoting it either, you fuck.
Right. Yeah, you got to market your movie if you want people to see it. Imagine that.
Like, that's
or
one thing
you just got to post about it every day.
As much as I don't like a lot of the things that Blumhouse comes out with, and I don't like a lot of the way they do their, business, I do have to say I really appreciate that they promote all their movies like they're like a big time Hollywood release, like every single one of their movies. Like they're pushing Obsession like crazy.
Well, I'm excited to see that. Let me actually pull everything up. Let me get my show prep done.
Yeah, a bunch more people are going to see Obsession today. A bunch. They're doing like all the early, like secret screening and early press.
Yeah,
I thought about it, but I was like, I wasn't gonna miss the podcast to see it a week early.
Okay.
Well, it's just a week early.
You got but you got a channel. It's all right. But hey, look, I appreciate you dedicating your time to the show. All righty. So what do we want to do first? Do we want to watch this trailer first and talk about it, or do we want to talk about HOKUM? Do we want to just go right off the bat? What do you want to do?
Well, we might as well watch the trailer first, because if some people are gonna turn off when we start talking about HOKUM, I'd rather them hang with us through the Evil Dead conversation.
I would also rather that. So, okay, so we're going to watch.
We watched Resident Evil trailer last week, right?
No, we did not.
We can
watch that today. Yeah. Yeah, we didn't watch the Resident Evil trailer.
Why didn't we watch it? Did it maybe come out on Thursday?
It probably came out on Thursday. I don't remember. But no, we did not.
Are you sure? I could have sworn, but Okay, well, let's watch that as well.
Okay, we'll watch it. All right, so here is the Evil Dead Burn trailer. I was told not to watch this because it reveals too much, so we will see. Hopefully this doesn't spoil anything, but here we go.
Dude, it doesn't.
Let me unmute
It doesn't spoil jack
or
shit.
not spoil anything, but just show too much. So let's
Yeah, I went
those are
back.
spoilers.
Well, you got to show something.
If you show a character and kill, you don't have to show that.
Well, they don't actually show. They show
All right,
a
let's just
character
watch
get
Let's just
severely
watch it.
hurt.
Let's just watch it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to be like a big, like, it's an Evil Dead movie.
What the hell? Why? Are
You know,
they
like
just
Evil Dead
embedding
movies-
captions into trailers now?
No, you just selected one that's probably from another country. Yeah,
All right.
You probably didn't select the
Get
official
this
one.
crap off of my friggin'. No, it's Sony. Oh yeah, whoops. What is Sony Pictures India doing at the top of my search list?
Because it's the one you clicked last time too.
Oh, I'm gonna get copyright struck for this. Oh, this is a Red Band trailer.
Yeah, but if you go,
we're gonna
they
get copyright
released the Blue Band. They released the Blue Band like yesterday, I think, or today. But no, the most viewed one is India because their population is so massive. So if you just go based on popularity, it's gonna like probably be near the top.
All right, well here we go. Here's the and there's a knock at the door.
Yeah, but I think
Why
this
would
is
you
their
open
sister.
Okay, fine. I mean, like we're about to see who it is, but if you're running, if you're frozen, if you're paralyzed from fear, somebody comes in and slams the door behind him, also hyperventilating, and you hear
Dean had this
and then like
problem with
three
this.
slow knocks, which we all know what 3 slow knocks means. If that happens, why are you just opening the door? You stupid idiot! You look through
Dean
the
had
peephole.
On Facebook, Dean said the same thing, but I think we don't know the context. And I'm
It
guessing
doesn't matter
this
what
person,
the context is. All
Well,
we
I think
know
this
is that we
person
have
was
2
with
people who are panicking, and there's a 3 knock at the door. And we all know
Yeah.
who knocks thrice, right? So you
Yeah,
and also
I
you
know.
don't even look through the peephole. You don't look through the window. You don't do the smart thing first. You just like, come on,
Well,
man. Like,
she does look through the people.
no, she doesn't.
I think she even looked out the window. She
No,
looks
she
out the window.
didn't. No. This is all we get.
Window right there. I think it's the shortened trailer because she looks out the window and then opens the door. And
Okay,
that's
but,
why
like,
I think it's her sister.
Hand sanitizer says, or hand satanizer. I love that name. Hand satanizer says peepholes get eye gouged death. Yeah,
Yep,
fine.
or
but at least-
shot.
but
Or
you
shot.
have. Okay, yes, but that's only because it's a trope, right? If you're a smart person, you're gonna try to do anything first to see what's going on. Like, just because something's a trope, like we can't just assume tropes while we're in a movie, right?
Yeah, but we're
And
we're
so-
jumping. I feel like you're same thing that Dean was saying, because I feel like you're jumping to conclusions when we haven't seen what is setting all this up.
It
So
doesn't
for all
matter.
we know, yeah, but for all we know, they've been waiting for this because it's a trailer, so it's cut. So for all we know, they've been waiting for their sister who was right behind them.
No, this is stupid.
Maybe,
I don't know how you can do that
Yeah.
practically. You could,
but
I
these
think
are
you could.
but these
but,
are
like, that looked a little too CG. But that
well,
was
it's a
cool.
that's a practical effect. She has a practical
Not her
thing.
pulling it out.
Well, no. Well, I'm sure some of that's CG, but like I saw the
It
behind
looked
the scenes
the
thing,
exit
she's
wound.
got the thing on her. Like
Yeah,
they have
no,
the thing on.
I'm
her.
sure. Yeah, I'm sure that's practical. But like the pull out and the exit wound and all that, like it's a little strangely like noticeable. That's all. I know I'm being picky, guys. Just chill, okay? Like, God.
Yeah. That's the problem with trailers. Pause it and like rewatch it and dissect it frame by frame it's what we do as a society, and it's fun, but it's also maddening because it's just like, dude, if we were watching this in the theaters with the movie, I doubt we would have felt like a lot of these thoughts that you just had, but because you're watching it in a trailer when it's cut up and you're seeing it without
I have
even
those
the
thoughts
final
when I'm
special
watching.
effects, because they haven't even probably done the final pass on the special effects for the trailer, because we've seen that happen a lot, because a lot of the special effects, they don't get their final like polish until right before they hit theaters.
A month before they're supposed to hit theaters. Fucking dumb. All right.
Well, it's not just that. It's when they get because the footage to get it cut in a trailer, like they had to send this footage over like a month or two ago for them to start making this trailer. So that it's not so much that they're not done. Like right now, I'm sure that there is a finished, polished version of the movie, but the version that they made the trailer, and that's what happens with Marvel and a lot of these trailers, when the special effects look all shitty, and then the movie comes out and everybody's like, oh, they must have went back and fixed that. It's like, no, they just probably hadn't finished it when they sent them the footage to cut the trailer.
Well, yeah, I mean, like we don't really know, but like, I don't know. I feel like,
I mean, sometimes they do. Like in some cases, we know for a fact they go and redo stuff, like the whole Sonic famous, story of where they literally redid the entire movie.
Well, yeah, but that's good. That's why you need to gatekeep your hobbies. That's why you need to bully people. It's the whole Sonic thing.
Well, yeah, but most of the time now, all we do is argue and fight. We don't actually get positive things. Like fandoms lost the plot somewhere. Like for a while, it did seem like fandoms were uniting and fixing things and making things happen and whatever. Now it's just gotten to a point where everybody just fights.
Well, no, it's the studio listening to it's not just the fighting, it's the studios listening to the feedback and the backlash. They're not doing that. In fact, what studios are doing nowadays is they're attacking the fans and then wondering why their movies bomb.
Well, it depends on which ones.
All of them. Lord of the Rings,
Disney,
Star Wars,
Disney
Marvel.
mainly. Disney's one of the worst at it. Disney.
Well,
Disney owns a bunch of the big ones.
Sure, but like they just started like Animal Farm, like Angel Studios just came out and started attacking the fans because whoever we could get into that. I don't want to.
Is Angel Studios that religious one?
Well, they're not religious, but like, yeah, there's a bunch of faith-based stuff that they do, but
they're the ones that did that fucking fuck ass movie that I went to war with a couple years ago.
Huh?
Fuck them. Fuck Angel Studio.
Wow. Okay. Well, anyway, they also are attacking fans. So like that's the problem. It's not that they're listening to feedback, it's that they're attacking their fans. And it's like, you guys wonder why your movies bomb and suck is because you don't listen to the people that have the money that you want. You attack them.
Yeah, dude, Angel Studio's ass. Like all Angel Studio does is the like weird ass Christian movies.
Well, do you know
they don't make any regular stuff?
Talk about Angel Studios, but do you know?
I'm looking at them right now. They don't make any regular. They don't make any regular shit.
Do you know their like Torch program, like the whole thing that they do, how their movies get produced?
You got to be a religious person.
No, look them up. It's actually a really interesting business model.
All their movies are faith-based.
You're not listening. Okay, fuck it. We got to finish this trailer. Stop looking at Angel Studios. I don't want to talk about Angel fucking Studios.
You brought it up.
I'm just saying I brought them up as an example.
Yeah, I'm going through the entire thing, dude. They're only fake, and you got to believe what they believe.
The only reason I brought them up was because their business model is based on their audience. Like nothing gets approved unless it passes the Torch program, which they have a huge audience that like vote on projects and stuff. So the fact that they're very much audience focused. It doesn't matter who their audience is, but
I agree with you on that.
The people that
I'm not saying I don't like. I'm not saying that I don't like that idea. I'm just saying I don't like them because they came after any YouTubers who criticize any of their bullshit movies. And I didn't even criticize the movie. I actually criticized their marketing because they tried to say a movie was a horror movie, and all it was just a religious propaganda movie. And it's like, that's fine. I don't care what it was, but it's like, don't come out and promote it and cut your trailer and make everything like it's this mainstream horror movie.
No,
and then you go and see it, and you're sitting there going, "This is just a religious movie, like preaching at me for 2 hours."
The trailer has just begun. B movie theater. We're off on a tangent. We're gonna keep watching it. Don't worry. We're gonna keep watching it.
But no, I agree. That's just like the Packers football team. It's what a lot of people love about the Packers because they're owned by the fans. You know, like they're not owned by. Well, they are.
Sure.
They don't have an owner. They're owned by like shares. They're the only publicly basically traded team.
Attacking fans, how? Please explain, DJ Gaston. For who? Which one? For Angel Studios or for Marvel and Disney and Warner Brothers? Because I have examples. I will pull up the receipts.
I don't know if it's as much the studios though as it is different creators. Because I feel like we're seeing more and more of that, where directors, their movies will tank and they'll come out on Twitter and like attack the fans and basically be like, it's our fans' problem for not giving the movie a fair chance or whatever the reasoning is.
Okay.
You know,
well,
it's kind of crying over spilled milk. It's kind of similar to what I feeling about the whole Melissa Barrera thing that came out today.
I'll explain, Gaston, after this trailer. We gotta watch this trailer. We gotta finish. We're 1:09 into a 2:30.
See that's the only thing that's kind of spoilery to me, but I also don't.
It does.
But I also don't know if that dude dies.
He has a good chance of it, but that definitely does show too much. I mean, it looks good. It looks good, but yeah, that trailer shows a little bit too much. But I mean, I'm gonna go see it. So I
don't know if I don't see how you show like you don't show what they show, because they don't tell us. Like there's a lot of like
you think the
because,
only thing they could have shown in that whole
ways
trailer was what they did. You don't think there's anything else that they could have picked? No, there's no other.
There's only two. To me, there's really only two ways to do a trailer. Like you either do a story trailer or you do a flash like pop trailer, which is what that was, where it's you don't get a lot of context, you just get a lot of visuals kind of out of order, and you're just getting rapid fire craziness, but you don't get a ton of it's easy to misconstrue what's going on because you're not getting it. Like a lot of that stuff will be out of order. Like it's how when you cut it, that's what you do. And you purposely take scenes from the final act and put them towards the beginning of the trailer so that in your mind, you don't realize that is something from the final act. It's the way you can use some really enticing, crazy visuals without spoiling the ending of a movie.
Yeah.
And so
I don't know. I mean, like what
I feel like they
Casey says, hoping they showed so much because of an overabundance of awesome. I mean, yeah. I mean, that
it's an Evil Dead movie.
Well, here's the thing. I hope
that's what the Evil Dead movies are. Like they're just a lot of crazy, insane shit.
Yeah.
Like think about Evil Dead 2013. Like,
yeah,
you know, like when you watch that trailer, if you watch that trailer, you feel like you saw too much, and then you see the movie, and you're like, oh, okay, actually. They didn't show us.
I just hope this movie doesn't take itself too seriously. That's the only thing that I hope it doesn't do, because that could ruin it. Like there needs to be that tongue-in-cheek kind of.
2013 didn't. I feel like you just got to pick a lane. I feel like you got to pick a lane.
I gotta watch it again.
Because like if you're gonna have some humor in camp, then you got to like have some humor in camp. And I feel like that trailer shows us some of that camp, like her drinking the wax. Like that's very Evil Dead coded. You know what I mean? It's a very like dumb and kind of cheesy, campy kind of. It's not like a joke, but it's that. You know, like the Deadites fucking with people, like you know what I mean. So I think
Yeah.
there's going to be that element to it, which is kind of like, I thought Evil Dead Rise had some of, but it could have used a little bit more. But it's one of those where it's one or the other. Like if you're going to have some camp and humor, then have some camp and humor. If you're going to be deadly serious, then be deadly serious. But if you don't pick one enough and just lean into that, that's where I feel like you end up being a little bit, like it ends up not being as good.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Because
think,
2013 is deadly serious. There's very little, if any, humor in that movie at all.
Yeah.
It's almost too mean.
I think you're right.
But it's super good. I love 2013.
I think it needs a little bit of this.
So I saw that movie. Dude. I saw it at 2:00 in the afternoon. And I still was struggling to not fall asleep. I think I actually did doze off in the final act at one point. It's fucking bad, dude. It's so pointless. And it's the same bullshit that I had issues with Rennie Harlan in the Strangers movies. Because the most recent Strangers is Rennie Harlan, and this is his newest movie. And it's the same garbage. It's just horribly written, not well shot, stupid characters, dumb situations, nothing original, nothing creative. It's bad.
Is it going to be on your 10 movies you don't recommend?
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's no way it's not on my 10 worst of the year. I think it might be as bad, or it might be worse than Strangers Chapter 3.
Wow.
Which is saying a lot, because I hated Strangers Chapter 3. But at least the Strangers Chapter 3 tried to do something, you know what I mean? As bad as it was and the decisions were stupid, it at least was trying to do something different.
Yeah.
I'm still not going to really give it credit, but I'm just saying at least it was trying to do something different. This didn't try to do anything. And dude, whoever they got to do the score, it's the worst timed, overly dramatic, that sounds like stock audio music. And they trying to pull at your heartstrings in a scene where you're and it was the volume was too high. And so it's this loud, obnoxious, nothing was well done in it at all. I, for life of me, can't figure out how that movie got in theaters. He must have pictures of somebody, because the fact that Rennie Harlan, after the money, as much money as the Strangers movies have lost, and he still gets another movie in theaters. I don't know how he manages it. I mean, this movie was made with probably very, very little money, but still, it was just bad.
We can look it up. How much money they made Deepwater for? $49 million.
No way.
Holy shit.
No way.
You know what that makes me do?
So that's how it got in theaters. Oh my God, dude. I hope a few people lost their jobs over that.
Look at this. Right here. Here it is.
Really?
$49 million.
Its opening weekend, it made 2 million, 3 million?
For $49 million. This movie,
how are you sure?
That's where I'm at. Look. Or wait. No, this is
Yeah,
this is the wrong movie.
movie.
Whoops.
Yeah, that's the Hulu
That-
movie.
Okay, this was made for.
'Cause I'm like, that is like
40
some
million. It was made for 40
racketeering.
million.
What?
This is the right one. Look, this is the right one. Deep Water, 2026.
No,
This-
because that's 2022.
No, look at my screen. Deep Water, 2026.
I
Rennie
am.
Harlan. Here's
No.
the poster.
Release
Here's
date
the budget.
2022. What?
Here's the budget. Look, moron, 40
Where?
million. I'm highlighting it on my screen. It's 40 million.
Nothing is changing on the screen, man.
Nothing is?
No.
Yeah, it is. Oh,
No.
hang on.
That's what I was
Oh,
saying. I'm
sorry.
like, no, dude, it's still the same. Calling me a moron.
Wait. What happened? I'm sorry. All right, I take it back. It was StreamYard. StreamYard's the moron, not Kanan. Here it is. Look, here it is. This is it. Look. Deep. Oh my god, I did it again.
Yeah, it's still the same thing.
It's okay. Now I'm the moron. All right. I'm the moron. All right, let's Deep Water 2026. God, are we here yet?
Yeah, it made $2 million its opening weekend.
All right. Can you see it? Can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Is it
yep,
is it
we got
2026? Okay, I'm the idiot.
Yep.
Sorry. All right.
Yeah.
Deep
No, you're
Water
on the right
2026. I'm on the right one. Here it is. Budget 40 million.
That's insane. Like, what did they did straight up racketeering? Like, what did they spend 40 million on?
Sorry, chat.
What
I'm the
studio
moron.
made this? What studio is who made this?
Um
Oh, what country is it?
Arclight, Magenta Light Studios, Arclight
Oh, I
Films,
bet it's
Simon's
not- Who
Nostromo
bankrolled it?
Pictures.
I bet it's a
Magenta
Middle
Light?
Eastern.
It's Middle Eastern. What's Arclight
Yeah, I
Film?
bet it was financed. 'cause I've been
Foreign
seeing that.
sales. Sydney,
Yep, I've been
Australia.
But I've been seeing this lately. That's just where the headquarters are. But I've been seeing this lately where these Middle Eastern like companies that have like this oil money.
It's Australia
They're-
and United States. That's what it says. And it's
Yeah,
Those
but
are the
that doesn't
production
mean that's where the finances are coming from because it says foreign finance, right?
Deep Water better than expected.
Who the fuck said that?
That's Chuck Kaplinski.
Hold on. What is it on Rotten Tomatoes? Like, it's so fucking bad. How is anybody?
For $40 million for this thing made 2.3. Yeah, this
What
is
the fuck?
There is
What
some
are
kind of
people? Dude, what is going on? How are people giving this a 73 critically? It's got a 73% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's so
I know,
bad,
yeah.
dude. It's so bad.
It can't.
Now I feel like I am like, oh my god, dude. I feel like I am just losing my mind. Like, how is The Mummy get 47% on Rotten Tomatoes and that movie gets 74?
Heather said some of the budget went to paying critics. Probably.
Yeah, but I mean, the fans are giving it 77, but I understand the fans because, like, anybody that went to see that probably was, you know, got what they were wanting from it. Like, if you saw the trailer and you're like, yeah, that looks fun, then you probably got what you were looking for because it's like, kind of like, it's like, do you remember that movie, Volcano?
No.
Or like this is like one, it feels like it's a 20-year-old movie is what it feels like in a lot of ways. It's those disaster movies where we got a shitload of in the, like the late 90s, early 2000s. Oh, like 2012. Do you remember 2012?
2012. Like, I actually enjoyed it.
When did you watch it? In 2012?
When it came out. I watched it when it came out.
Yeah. Yeah. You were a kid. That doesn't count. If you
So
watched
what?
it now, you would be like, this movie's awful.
I mean, you're right. I probably would, but I remember enjoying it when it came out. I like.
But you were
visuals.
literally a kid.
Who did that?
How old are you? In 2012, that was, what was that? 14 years ago. So you would have been like teenager,
14
right?
years ago, I would have been 14 years ago, I was 24.
No, because it didn't come out in 2012. What year did it come out?
I don't know. I was probably in my 20s though.
Yeah, you would have been.
So
2009.
Says some people are shark
So
freaks.
that's no. That's 17 years ago.
So then
So
I
17
was.
years ago.
So then 17 years ago, I was 21.
Yeah, and I could see in that era, at 20 years old, basically, I would have had fun with it, but I was, 30 something. I was 31, and so like I had more like the lens you're watching movies through now, and I was like, it's a cheesy blockbuster. It's like not very good, not not very well written. But the one I was actually thinking of though was in 2012, because that wasn't very good, but it was like what you kind of expect from the big blockbuster disaster movies. I was thinking of San Andreas. This reminds me more of like San Andreas with The Rock. Like that, everything is so fucking bullshit, over the top, stupid. I don't know. I've completely lost my mind now. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. All right, did you want to watch that other trailer before we talked about HOKUM? Or do you want to just get into HOKUM?
You haven't seen the trailer? I could have swore we watched it.
We did not watch the Resident Evil trailer.
Then yeah, let's watch it.
All right. Let me get out of here. Okay. Stop. Oh my God.
Yeah, it came out on Thursday. That's why we didn't watch it on the stream.
Okay. All right, ready? Here we go. This is the Resident Evil trailer.
That we got this
Disaster movie has got nothing interesting for me.
Are you not watching this?
I am reading the comments and watching it. I've already.
Okay. Well, the Resident Evil saga continues. Did you see?
I
did you
just
see that
think
interview with
this
that- did you see
trailer
that-
did. I think this trailer did the opposite. It played it too safe.
Yeah, but did you see? Did
It
you
didn't
see that
show us
interview with Zach?
anything?
Did you see that interview with Zach Krieger when he talks about
Krieger.
Resident Evil? Krieger, whatever.
Yeah. What about it?
Where he said that
He's super fucking passionate, dude.
this is but this is a story that he already wrote, and he's gonna just set it in the Resident Evil universe and make Resident Evil things. It's not. He's not actually telling like the game story.
Yeah. This is a
So it's the same thing that we're going to be getting of every other Resident Evil movie. Look, this movie could be good. It's not going to be a Resident
side
Evil
quest. It's just it's not it is and it isn't. It's in the same universe.
Yeah, but can we please just have a Resident Evil movie? Like, just take me to fucking Raccoon City, take me to the mansion.
We've done that. We've done that, and nobody is happy with them.
Where? Show me the movie.
I didn't say they were good.
Show me
But
the
we've
movie.
had
Show me the movie
multiple
where they go to the mansion. You have Jill, you have Leon, you have Wesker. Show me the movie. Where is it?
Did you never watch the original fucking Resident Evil movie?
Yes, it has nothing to do. The one with Mila Jovovich.
I didn't say they were done or good.
Okay, I'm saying,
Hold up.
Resident Evil fans, of which I am one.
Did you watch
All I
Raccoon
want.
City?
Huh?
Did you
The
watch Resident
setting is
Evil
there. They're
in
not
Raccoon
guys.
City?
Help me out. These are not.
No. Did you watch the last Resident Evil movie? Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City.
No.
Well, then what the fuck, dude? You can't even have an opinion in this. You haven't even seen that movie. because that's
I
exactly
can't
what
have an
that movie
opinion about
did.
this movie because I haven't seen that one.
No, I'm saying about this because that movie, that's what I'm talking about. Because that's exactly what it did. And everybody was pissed off and nobody went to see the movie.
Yeah, because I heard there was some shitty about it.
No,
Hang on.
it like the issue it had, the only thing is it tried to smash together game 1 and 2 into one movie. And so it was kind of rushed. But like other than that, I mean, it's as faithful as you're gonna
Right,
get.
Claire, what did I say? I said, who did I say that I was naming characters from the different game. I just caught myself. It's Claire and Chris, not Jill and who did I say? Leon.
Oh yeah, you said Jill. Like
I said Jill and Leon.
Valentine.
I didn't mean that. I meant Claire. Right? No, Jill Valentine
is Resident Evil.
Yeah, I know she is, but so is Claire.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe I'm not a Resident Evil fan. I fucking love these games, but I can't name the goddamn characters. So, all right, maybe I am full of shit.
Claire from later on in the franchise?
Yeah. No, she was in Resident Evil 2. So I am thinking of it.
Yeah,
I am thinking of it. Yeah, Claire and Leon.
And that's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's why you got to watch
what is this?
Welcome to Raccoon City, because Welcome to Raccoon City, that's exactly what it is. Like it literally has shots from the game, like exactly like the game. Like it's as accurate as you're gonna get. It didn't have a huge budget, so some of the special effects weren't perfect. But I mean, I thought it was damn good, dude. Like if you grew up playing especially back in the PlayStation, like it felt like they were taking the PlayStation 1 and 2 and made it into a movie. And like I know a lot of diehard fans of the original games were like, dude, this is exactly what we've been asking for. But yet nobody went out to see it, and it made no fucking money. And so we never got a sequel. And so that's why if I was Zach Krager, I'd be doing exactly what he's doing. Like, fuck that noise. Like he can play in the sandbox of making something in the world without having fans come after him because he didn't do this one little thing exactly right, or he did do this thing, and you know what I mean? Like no matter what he does, you're not gonna win.
Fine. I'll watch
base.
this. I heard there were problems with this, but I'll watch it. But
I didn't say it's perfect.
I doubt it's
but
what
it's
I'm asking.
about as good. It's about as dude. I know like a lot of people that were diehard Resident Evil fans loved it. But it's like it's about as like I said, the biggest problem it had was some of the casting choices weren't perfect, and that it tried to do too much in one movie. It should have just made one movie that was the first game, instead of trying to put the first and second games into one movie. And so it's like too rushed.
I'll watch it. I don't know. Just nothing about this. Zach Krager saying that he already had this story written and he's just going to drop it in the Resident Evil universe just doesn't give me a lot of hope. It could be good.
Oh, no, I'm
not saying it's going to be bad, but he didn't write a Resident Evil movie. He already wrote a movie and he's going to tell that story in the Resident Evil universe. That's what he said.
That's not exactly what he said.
Okay.
Like, did you watch the whole interview?
I'm looking it up right now.
Or did you just watch that one little clip? It's like a long ass interview, dude. We can't play the whole interview.
I'm not gonna play the whole interview.
Like he's a diehard Resident Evil fan. He's been talking about that game ever since he first started doing interviews for any of his movies. When people ever asked him what he does, like when he's not making a movie, like what does he do to go and relax and like shut it down? It's always the same thing. Go and play in Resident Evil games. Like he loves Resident Evil. And so he wrote this, not thinking it was going to be in the Resident Evil like brand, but it was inspired by playing the Resident Evil games.
I hate YouTube sometimes.
So was it going to have the name Resident Evil? No, because he didn't think he was ever going to get the chance to make something called Resident Evil. But when it was written, it was inspired by Resident Evil.
Who did he do that? Oh God, who did he do that interview with?
I forget. I've seen, was it Collider? Yeah, Collider, right?
Where is it? Come on, guys. Read some chats while I'm looking this up, because I want to read exactly what he said. That
What
made
was
me
the
just
thing
kind of
with
like
that?
go, I don't know.
Okay, Ogun actually was. Yeah, it was way overhated. I agree, B movie. It was like way overhated. Like I don't. It's like I said. It's because certain fandoms are fucking toxic, and like people don't want to just realize that. But it's gotten to that point, like we were talking about earlier, about how it's a good thing when when these companies are listening to their fans. There was a time when I would have said that was true, but it's gotten to a point now where fandoms have become toxic. And so like how are you can't listen to the fan base, because who do you decide which side of the fan base to listen to when they can't ever agree on anything and they just fight over everything? Like, look at the Star Wars fan base. You have like one side that thinks they're constantly glazing the Disney Star Wars, and then you have the old school Star Wars fans that are like, this is the worst shit ever. It's fucking trash. So like, how do you, like, if you're Disney, how do you decide who do you listen to?
You listen to the people with the money. You stop making movies that bomb.
Yeah,
and listening,
which is called young people.
And listening to the
young
other
people,
side of the less than 1% of the population that are just
that's
that
the
are
problem.
Just
You listen
online.
to normally in the past you would always listen to the kids, like the young people, right? Those are the people that you pay attention to. The thing is, they're super fickle now, and they can't make up their own mind because they enjoy hating on shit as much or more than enjoying anything. Because like back in the day, dude, you like say you were a band, you cater to your base of like teenagers, right? And so you wouldn't do things that were going to piss them off because you knew they were the ones that were going to spend the money. They were the ones that loved you. Now, your fan base likes to hate you as much, if not more, than they do love you.
I'm sorry, I missed what you said. I was pulling up the article.
Dude, the young fan bases now have as much or more enjoyment and hating on anything and everything as they do enjoying stuff. So there is no such thing as just putting the money, like putting in the where who are going to spend the money, because people enjoy hating. Like if you go on Twitter or Facebook, you see that like everybody loves to dogpile.
I would say that people enjoy loving things. Like I can say that there's a huge contingency, or not, that there's a big contingency of people that just like to love or say they do.
Yes, there is.
Good.
That's why my channel exists. My fan base or viewers, I always feel weird about calling anybody my fans, but the people that watch my channel, they enjoy movies. They enjoy movies. And like those are the people I cater towards. The people that just love to enjoy movies.
But I would just say that I would say
but there is like I would have way more success, I promise you, if I talk shit. It's like I'm not going to say that any YouTubers, I'm not going to call anybody out by name, but there's other people in this space that talk about movies and they have much more toxic opinions and they get a shitload more views than I do. Like if you have
everybody's going to find their fan base
angry,
but you can't just make a general statement and say there are people
who negativity sells.
And I would say there are people who
right now.
Yeah, but if you're trying to say the reason why movies, like the reason why, let's say Welcome to Raccoon City, I haven't seen it, so like maybe it's the game movie that I thought it was or wasn't. Just saying, well, people just like to not like things. It's not an argument, because I could just come across and say, well, people just like to like things. And it doesn't do anything. It doesn't push us anywhere.
Welcome to Raccoon City was more complicated than that. It didn't have much money for marketing. So like it didn't get anywhere near like the kind of marketing that the older Resident Evil movies got, the ones from the early 2000s. Like those had big Hollywood companies behind them promoting them, right? And so you had that marketing machine. This did not. It did not get anywhere near the marketing. And so the only people that were going to really market it was like on a word of mouth. But when the word of mouth was so divided because you had just as much fan base being toxic and just saying it was the worst fucking thing in the world. And so a lot of people that were kind of on the fence are like, I'm not going to go out, like waste my time to go see that. You know what I mean? Especially it also came out when theaters were still dead as a doornail. Because it came out in 2021, summer of 2021. And so like it had a lot of things that went against it. So like I'm not saying, I never said it's perfect. No one thinks that it's perfect, but it's just, it's a way better movie than it's been treated like.
Okay, well, I'll watch it and I'll give my opinion on it, but it obviously wasn't enough to get to fire up the fan base and get the people that even like movies to watch it. So there's got to be something wrong with it.
I just said,
and then,
there's reason. I just said the reasons.
Well, no, you said you said an unquantifiable thing, which is some people said don't watch this, and then those people who see that go, okay, I won't, and then don't. It's like you don't actually know.
It wasn't promoted at all. It had like no promotion. I know I was running a movie theater at the time. Like it was, we had no marketing for it. And I was so frustrated because I'm like, the movie comes out in like a week and we still don't even have a movie poster for it. Like, what the fuck? It was like getting no marketing at all. And then when it was released, it was in 2021 when nobody was going out to see anything. If you look at the box office in general that year, like everything was getting destroyed because it was the first year that theaters were kind of opening back up. But they were still only, it was like we were having to sell tickets where you had to have someone in the middle of you. So you couldn't like sit next to anyone. It was in that era. And so like it was, everybody had to wear a mask. So tons of people were like, fuck this. I'm not going out to a theater. And so for the majority of that year.
Then why didn't it make all of its money back streaming? That's something that you also like to say. That if movies don't do well in the theaters, they'll just make it all up and get all of the $1 billion profits they're supposed to get in streaming. How come it didn't?
We didn't have a big budget. I don't think it lost money. Like it didn't. It wasn't a big like a couple million maybe. Like I'm telling you, it was a smaller.
25 million was the budget. The box office was 42, so it didn't make money.
Yeah, like it probably broke even.
No,
it's not like it doesn't like a huge. It wasn't like a box office disaster, especially when it came out. That's actually pretty decent. Look at the box office from movies that year.
No, I know it's down. All right, look,
I'm just saying 42 million that year. Like if it had come out a year later, or if it had come out in 2019, it would have been a big hit. Like it would have made a lot of money. It would have made 100. It would have made over 100 million if it had come out.
Really?
2019. Yeah. We still haven't recovered. We still aren't where we were in 2019.
We're never going to get back to it. But that has nothing to do.
We might never get
back to that. Is so long as 2020 The difference between look, I understand COVID had an effect in 2021,
but it's not
just COVID. 2021.
It's a combination of things.
But I think the bigger thing, if movies were still being made that were great, the theaters and everybody else would have recovered way faster after COVID. But the fact that movies have not been good, 2024, the first year that was coined the flopbuster. 2025 was also a flopbuster year. 2026 is looking like it might be a little bit better. But the fact that movies have been consistently losing money hand over fist, they've not been good. And we've had the writer's strikes. We've had all of that stuff to deal with that are also factors. Yeah. If movies were actually
there's a lot of things.
We wouldn't have had these problems.
There's a lot of things that are factored there because it's a big thing that's been going on is movies are still like the fact that Deep Water or whatever the fuck that movie is, the fact that they spent 40 million on that pile of fucking shit that is going to lose so much money. It made 2 million opening weekend. Like that movie's gonna lose like so much money. Like that's a big part of the problem. It isn't just that
they're
movies
just gonna write it
are
off.
not being made that are good. It's that they're like, and so that's what I was saying about the Resident Evil Raccoon City. 40 million or 25 million, right? What did you say? It was 25 million for Resident Evil?
Yeah.
So that was 2018, 2019 money. So it was expecting it to make like 100 million kind of thing in theaters. Like if that movie was made now, it wouldn't have it would have been closer to like 10 or less million. So like things are relative. Like, you know, people are not able to spend the kind of money they were prior to 2020 to make movies. You know, but they're also like some companies, it's like, I'm telling you, it's like there's money laundering going on. I mean, like, how do you spend 40 million to make that movie? And look at the cast. It didn't even have any big stars.
Yeah.
Like, where is that $40 million going? And every year we're seeing a bunch of this. We're seeing a bunch of this. Like, I know, dude, that movie could have been made for, I've seen movies made for $1 million that were doing the same thing. Actually, at Fantastic Fest last year, I saw a movie that was made for right around a couple of million that was doing basically the same thing. It was way better. That World War II shark movie. Oh shit, what's it called? Fuck. The one with the World War II soldiers.
I don't know. I don't like shark movies. I don't like those shark movies. So like I don't know.
But dude, sharks are like this isn't even a shark movie either. Like it's so dumb because it's like there's barely sharks in it, and nothing about the sharks is realistic at all. They're the worst CGI sharks.
Did I just disconnect? I lost you? Was that you or me?
I don't know. I can see you fine.
Oh, I don't know. All right. We got to talk about HOKUM. We're an hour now since we started. We got to talk about HOKUM. I do want to give Gaston some examples of studios trashing fans or like getting ahead of their bad movie or show by just trashing fans or coming out and saying that people are getting like racist messages and stuff sent to them.
It's kind of
the only reason.
It's gotten to a point where it's basically any movie that loses money now.
Right.
Like it's what we saw happen with Blumhouse and the Megan movie. Like Megan 2. Like Jason Blum. You know, it's like that movie lost money, and instead of him just being like, yeah, we made a shitty movie. You know, like
are you thinking of Beast of War?
Yes, Beast of War was actually really good, and it was made for like, I don't know, couple million.
All right. So we're going to talk about HOKUM. We're not going to talk about spoilers. We're just going to kind of give our thoughts, our little review of what we think. We're not going to talk about
lots
spoilers.
and lots of warning. If we get anywhere near spoiler territory, we'll give a big warning.
But I'm not. I don't plan on getting into spoiler territory. I'm just going to give my. Mine's going to be pretty quick. So I can go first. So I think this movie suffered the same thing that his first movie suffered, which was
Caveat or Oddity.
Caveat. Not. I liked Oddity. I thought Oddity was better than HOKUM. I think HOKUM and Caveat suffer from the same thing where there's too many stories trying to be told, and I want them to stick to one story. And the story that they leaned in more on, I wanted less of that and more of the other thing that they were kind of hinting at. I thought what was good about the film was I thought some of the setup was
like
good.
The crime mystery element, you wanted less of that?
I wanted less of that. I didn't think I didn't think it belonged. I thought the movie was a little too bogged down by different story choices, and I wish they would have just stuck with the one that I liked. which I also thought was the one that was going to be a little bit stronger of a story to tell. And about his like depression and trying and his like attempt at recovery.
Oh yeah, yeah. I get what you're talking about.
And there's a line at the end of the movie that I also thought like it kind of ruined it, where I was just like, I really wish they didn't say that. So that for me is what brought it down. What I thought was good was I thought I had some good scares. I thought I had some really good tension. I really liked the atmosphere. I love haunted house, like hotel kind of movies. That's not a spoiler. And so I really like that. So I thought that was good, but I thought Oddity was a lot better.
It's not exactly a haunted house movie anyway.
Sure, but that's
definitely not a spoiler.
Yeah, that's as close as I want to get to it. But
yeah.
But I still thought that Oddity being more of a contained movie was better. I thought it was a lot scarier. I thought there were a lot more tense moments in Oddity. In this one, I was just kind of like along for the ride and just wondering why. Like there was a couple of scenes in HOKUM that I was just like, why are we here for this long and talking about this? Is this going to be relevant? And then it's not until it is at the very end, and it kind of ruins what we just saw. And I know that
the only time I kind of felt that way a little bit was the like first half setup. I felt dragged, and we didn't need a lot of that. Like there was a lot of stuff kind of that you could have cut out of the movie and it wouldn't have made really much difference at all.
Yeah.
Like,
so I would still,
but at the same time, I think that a lot of that kind of set up these fun, interesting little characters, that, yeah, you didn't need to have them to move the story along, but like there was these kind of quirky little characters that were kind of sprinkled throughout the movie that I think gave it humor.
So I would recommend seeing this. The thing that brought it down for me was just the story, the fractured story choices that I wish they would have just consolidated into one. But other than that, I would say I would say go see it. I think it's good enough.
So my thing is this: if you're all about story, then read a fucking book. I tell DJ this all the time. Like, fucking read books.
Right, but if you're watching a movie which is a visual story,
movies are more than just a story.
They're visual stories.
But you got your chance to talk.
All right.
Sorry. If you just want a good story, then read a book, because you're going to find way better stories in a book. You know what I mean? But if you want both, like this movie leans more into like what makes this movie very good. I won't say this movie is like 5-star, like legendary classic status or any of that kind of shit. But that's kind of one of my issues with our culture and society in general. The kind of narrative I've seen about this movie this week is really frustrating me, because I feel like we're in this ist society where everything has to be the best, the biggest, everything has to be the most of whatever the fuck it is. Nobody could just enjoy something. So like, unless someone's telling them this is the scariest movie ever made, or this is the best horror movie of the year, or unless people are saying that shit, then nobody's going out to see movies. And then everybody bitches and moans when they go to see a movie like Long Legs or whatever it is. And they're like, that's not the scariest movie, or that's not the best fucking horror movie. And it's like, well, yeah, but they had to tell you that to get you to go fucking see it. And HOKUM is a perfect example of that, because it's not the ist of anything. It's just a solid, entertaining movie. Like, it's not the most complex story. It's not perfect. Like, I agree with some of what you were saying. I don't totally agree with that, but like, I do agree to a certain extent. But I also don't think it's the most original story. I think it's just kind of a real basic, kind of creepy little, like, gothic-y, spooky, fun movie. And like, I like the humor that it was in it, and the quirky, fun quality overall of the movie. It just has this like enjoyment. Like, that was the best thing that I could say about the movie, is it was enjoyable. Like, it didn't like scare me to death. There wasn't anything about it. Not anything that I would be like, that is the ist of anything. But like as a body of work, like, dude, anytime I can go to a movie theater and see a movie that I come away feeling entertained by and had a good time, then I'm like, that's my money's worth. Like, if that's all we ever got,
Sure.
dude, I would be so happy. Like, if Hollywood could do this all the time, because 9 times out of 10,
Well, yeah,
I don't
mean,
come away with that.
yeah.
And so, like, if we're gonna like if you're gonna compare his movies, like, I totally agree. I think Oddity is probably the better movie. I think that this one's better than Caveat. Like, I think Caveat, like, but there's things about this that are his best. Like, the look of this movie, the production and polish of this movie, you could tell as a filmmaker, he's getting better with each one. But story-wise, I think Oddity is the better one of his 3. But like, as far as like, you know, filmmaking wise, I think this might be the best. But yeah, I mean, it's just like, if you only go to the movie theaters to see the biggest, brightest, whatever the it movie of the year is, well then, you know, yeah, you don't go to this, you know, like, you're only going to get 1 or 2 of those a year. Like I say, every year, there's only 1, maybe 2 movies every year that I highly, highly, highly recommend. And those are those like 5-star kind of like, you know, the Hereditaries, the fucking Substance, you know what I mean? Like, you get those rare situations where you get a movie like that.
Yeah.
Evil Dead, When Evil Lurks. Yeah. Like, every year we get usually like 1 of those, 1, maybe 2.
B Movie Theater says HOKUM looking like Heretic to me. Is that a fair comparison? I would say, yeah.
Yeah. And I actually felt almost the exact same feelings about Heretic, where I thought it was such a solid, enjoyable horror movie. But because like, it was like, there was this ho-hum attitude everybody kind of had. And I'm just like, we're fucking spoiled. We are spoiled rotten as a horror movie community, or film fans in general. Because that's what it comes down to, was we are spoiled rotten kids that honestly don't deserve what we get anymore. And so that's why we get a whole bunch of garbage Hollywood throwing constantly, because Hollywood is figured out that they can't just make only good shit, because even the good shit is treated like ho-hum.
Hang on, how are we spoiled? In what way?
Because unless it's a ist, everybody acts disappointed. Like, there's only like 1 or 2 movies a year that everybody's like, that we kind of like. And even then, like, you have a movie like Sinners last year that most people agreed was like fucking amazing, or not Talk to Me, Bring Her Back. You know, there was a couple of those movies.
Great.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There was a couple of them last year that we were like, most of us could agree. But even those, you had people talking shit. So, like, you know,
but you're always going to have that.
Just never.
Yep, dude, you're always going to have people talk shit about Lord of the Rings back when it came out.
I know.
And those are
never going to get.
So, but you can't just say that we're spoiled, because like, we're not spoiled. The last 10 years of movies have not been good. Like, they've been.
Yes, we are spoiled, dude. Look at every week. No. This is what I keep trying to stress to you. Look at the amount of horror movies that came to theaters in, like, honestly, prior to 2020. We were lucky if we got one horror movie a month in theaters. Now we get like multiple a week. We're averaging like 4 or 5 every month. It's insane. Okay.
But are they good? They're
not all good, but you get a couple of them that are.
That doesn't mean anything.
No, but I
would rather get one good horror movie a month if it's actually good.
We are still getting that. We just get a whole bunch that, and so like when they're not making any money, there doesn't, like, for instance, HOKUM comes out and makes $6 million. Luckily, it costed hardly anything, so it's gonna make money, and it is considered a success. Like Neon's already happy, like everybody's happy involved. It's like, luckily it's not gonna lose its ass. But like, if this was Weapons that cost like 40 million to make, or 28 million to make, and it only made like 6, they're fucked. What I'm saying is,
I like what Thea says.
it's diluted. It's not that movies are worse, it's that there's more. Like last weekend, there was 2 fucking movies, and one of them was like the worst movie I've seen this year. Like, there's been so many bad horror movies this year, but there's been way more horror movies in theaters, period. So like, I would argue, and I know this for a fact because I write down everything. I keep record of everything. And I know for a fact how many movies I had last year of my best of the year. I make literally exactly the same number of movies this year at this time as it was last year. What's different is this time last year, I had maybe 2 or 3 that I was like, these are awful. Like, these are for sure going to be my worst of the year list. Whereas this year, I got like 20 something on my, like, that are already up for worst of the year. Like, that's the difference. It's not that movies are worse. It's that we're getting a whole bunch more, and mostly the more we're getting is garbage.
I would say even though we're getting more, they're still worse. So what Saya said, and I agree with what Saya said. She says, I feel spoiled because I grew up in the 80s and 90s when there were so many bangers and people would line up to the theaters to watch them opening night. I miss those days. And those movies back in
look at those years
are
look at those years.
The best movies that have come out in the last 10 years. Yes,
everything you just said is 100% wrong, because most of those movies did not go to theaters. Most of those went straight to VHS. And the ones that did go to theaters,
it doesn't. We're not talking about like, movies that go to theaters.
Look
at
the releases.
The quality of the movie itself,
dude. Look at the years. Like, pick a random year in 1980s, right? And you might have had 5 horror movies that year that were in theaters.
That were all probably better than the movies that are coming out now.
No,
that's what we're trying to say. It doesn't matter if we have.
I don't agree. If you take the best of last year, if you take the best 5 last year, I'll put the best 5 from last year up against the best 5 from whatever year you want to pick ever.
That might be interesting.
I think every year it's always the same. And I've been tracking this shit for a long time, like over 20 years, and it's always the same. Like I said, there's usually like 1 or 2 that are like that 5-star are going to go down as considered the best of the era. Like, you got to keep in mind it's best of an era. Like, styles change,
sure, fine,
special effects change, like things like that. What people want and like has changed.
I would put Scream 1 against any horror movie that's come out in the last 10 years, and Scream 1 is going to be better.
No way. No way. Now, what are you going to compare it to? Are you saying as far as genre defining?
The quality of the film.
Hereditary is a better film, period. Like, not even close. Hereditary is 1,000 times better. Maybe it's not as more like Scream.
I might give you that.
Scream is a genre-defining movie, right? And you're always going to have those movies that change the trend, change the genre. But dude, think about the movies we've had. I just think that we take a lot of this for granted. The substance as original and one of a kind as anything we got in the 80s.
Yes. No.
Yes.
If you took from 1980 to 1989, 1990 to 1999, and 2000 to 2009, I would argue those have been better.
2009 was
those
crap.
are better movies. Those are
2009 was bad.
I disagree.
2009 is the worst decade of horror.
I would put 2000 to 2009.
Dude, the best movies we got in 2009 was like fucking Saw. And I love Saw, but those are nowhere near on the level of these other decades we're talking about. That was a bad era. Like, that I am very confident in it.
I got to do more research, but I
know my shit, man. When it comes
okay,
to like,
fine, I'm sure you do, but I'm just talking about.
No, I'm just saying I do a lot of research into what we're talking about.
The overall quality of movies,
But
whether
you
they're
think
whether
about
they
it
get
as
more or less, just the
but
overall.
You're thinking about
quality.
it, DJ. You're thinking about it of a 10 to 20 year span of movies. You take the entire. If you,
I know, I'm
take
talking about
all 10 years from the 80s.
2016 to 2026 is overall a worse crop of films than anything from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and I would even throw in the 2000s. Just overall, despite the fact that we've had Hereditary, despite the fact that we've had The Substance and God, what am I?
I just
There's
think
other original
as years go by, you look back on it differently.
All of that stuff.
Yeah, the Autopsy of Jane Doe.
I would say
there's so many movies.
Dude. I would say those movies are like they're great, but they don't hold the rest up. I would have to do.
So what are the movies? I mean, like from the 80s. Well, like that are that cream of the crop. You know, you only have a couple. You have a lot of fun ones, enjoyable movies, but there's not a ton of like legendary fucking movies. There's a few, like I said, about one or two every year. And that holds from the 70s all the way through now.
The Shining, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, The Fly, Pet Sematary. Those are just off the top of my head that all came out from 1980 to 1989.
Yeah, all of those movies. That's like
that's
1 or
10
2
years.
a year.
But if you think horror movies,
it's like 1 or 2 a year.
What are the first 3 movies that come to your head when you think horror movies? None of them
genre.
Come from 2016 to 2026. None of them.
Because partly is you're talking about movies that helped create the genre. And we have 40 to 50 years. Yeah, but we also have 40, 50 years to look at those in a different way.
And we have,
I'm telling you, because I remember when you're not quite old enough, but like I remember in the 90s, and these movies that we look at now as like classics of the 90s were not thought of that way for about 20 years. Like Scream, dude, it took at least 20 years before people started realizing like, oh shit, Scream is like a big time movie in this genre. I'm telling you.
No.
Even people still argue that.
Brother, it made 173 million in the box office. It did not.
We can't talk about box. We can't talk about box because that is.
It was a fucking hit. Scream did not take 20 years for people to realize it was good.
No. Nobody. I'm not talking about saying it was a hit, but talking about it being like a legendary movie. Every year we have a couple that make a fucking bunch of money. Like you can't.
15 million
take box
budget,
office.
173 million box office. For like genre,
yeah, but I mean, if that's what we're basing it on, last year we had multiple movies make well over 100 million. I mean, we had fucking Sinners make over 300 million. We had
on a $75 million
Final
budget.
Destination Bloodlines made over 100 million with like barely anything. Weapons made well over 100 million. Like there's a bunch of horror movies last year alone that made over 100 million. I'm just saying you can't take box office. Box office doesn't count.
In 1996, 173 million adjusted for inflation is well
DJ,
over.
We can't do box office because if that's the case, The Thing is not one of the greatest movies, and it is. But The Thing lost money big time in theaters.
Yes, but that's okay.
Box office is not like one, especially with horror. You can't. And then there's a bunch of them that went straight to VHS.
Okay, but even if Scream didn't do those numbers, it still didn't take 20 years or whatever you said, 10 years even. No, it didn't. Everybody liked that movie when it came out.
No.
Told their friends to go see it.
No, yes, liked it. I didn't say people didn't like it, but talking about it as like a classic, as like a genre-defining movie, people were not. Like Blair Witch. It took a long time for people to give Blair Witch its props too. Like a lot of these movies, it takes a long time for people to really recognize how important it is because you got to take the context and how it changed things. It's like people are just starting
I'm not saying
to
that
realize
people-
now, like It Follows, like what a genre-defining like big movie It Follows is. You know, or Paranormal
It Follows
Activity.
is great. It
Paranormal
Follows is great.
Activity
It's
is
not-
like massive.
not
It's
a-
still one of the biggest like box office successes of all time.
Yeah, and that was what, 2009?
Yeah. So what I'm saying is it
Yeah.
takes years.
So what I'm saying
sometimes
is
for
the
us to
quality of
realize how
movies-
important a movie is.
the quality of movies from any decade, from 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, is still better than the quality of movies within the last 10 years.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, because I'm telling you, like for instance,
You cannot tell me
we
that
both
movies
we both
today are
agreed
better
last
than
year.
back
We
then.
both
You cannot-
agreed.
You cannot tell
Dude,
me
we
that.
both
You can't.
agreed last year that The Long Walk was like one of the best horror movies we've seen in a while, and yet
Yeah.
nobody went out to see it. It made no money. It still has no support at all, but it is a movie that to me very clearly is one of those that I can see in 20 years being recognized as like a fucking like stellar ass movie because it's really well made, really good.
The Long Walk made $63 million on a $20 million budget and was loved by everybody that watched it.
Yeah, but just not that many people watched it.
Enough to make more of a profit than what Sinners made.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
Dude,
Sinners lost
made
money.
over 300 million.
Oh my fucking god, dude! I hate arguing Sinners budget and profit with you because
But it's made over
Sinners-
300 million.
Sinners budget- All right, I can't do this. I can't. Sinners lost money after the deal
How
that
do
they
you
made
figure?
with Michael B.
Even
Jordan,
if-
the marketing budget, and
Even
the
if it-
theatrical take. 150 million of that 300 million goes straight into the pocket of the theaters. The movie doesn't see it. So really, the movie made $150 million. We're rounding here on a $60 million budget. That movie lost money. We argue about this every time. Stop shaking your head.
No,
it lost
because
money.
Depends on who you listen to, because according
No,
to what
it's-
reports are, they HBO paid over 300 million for rights to it.
Ugh. Whatever, man. That's
Nobody paid a
The
bunch of
Eternals
money
made
for the
too
rights
because
to
everybody
Long
just
Walk.
streamed it and it made all of its money back.
It's part of the equation now.
The Long
Streaming
Walk
is a
made
big
more money
part
than
of-
Sinners made.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
Okay, you could say percentage wise, maybe it made more like profit percentage. but it didn't
Yes,
make more money.
it made more of a profit there.
Dude, if it got
was
through,
more-
like
it-
from what I've
it
heard,
profited more
from
than
what I
Sinners
heard,
did. Sinners
got-
lost
dude.
money. It did not profit.
Sinners was given a fortune to get on Prime and HBO. They
Show
both
me.
have paid a shitload of money to get.
Show me the check that Prime and HBO wrote, and I will give that to you. But
we
until I
never
can
get
see
that. We can
Okay,
only
well
go
then-
based
then
on like
it's
the
inadmissible.
report.
Then it's inadmissible. You can't argue it because you don't know. I can't.
Well, yeah,
I
but
cannot
we
say-
can't always believe that shit either, because you have fucking like stuff coming out about Disney, like where we find out when their taxes come out that they in reality spent like
like
what
500
was it,
million
like-
on their movies.
yeah,
no,
yeah.
I-
So like we
dude,
can never
you're right.
believe the shit. Like there's
Right, but
you can only
but
ever
all we
go
can
on
do-
reports.
You're absolutely right. But all we can do is look at the data that we have.
I mean,
and
according to Melissa
draw the
Barrera,
conclusions from that.
Scream,
So if we
this last Scream didn't make, like somehow they fudged their numbers. Like, did you see this shit today?
no, I'm sure. Like I'm
Like,
sure.
I
numbers get-
understand Melissa Barrera being pissed, but like some of what she said, I'm like, dude, come on, dude. Like, you can have your beliefs, and like I support her 100% in standing up for what she believes in. I don't have to agree with her to still respect her standing up for her beliefs. I also don't like the way she was treated by Spyglass, like basically not bringing her on for the next movie or basically firing her because they don't agree,
Yeah, it
because
was
of her
pretty-
politics. Like, it's pretty fucked up. But at the same time, it's their prerogative. It's their right to, as a business, to hire and not hire who they want based on, their beliefs or whatever.
Sure.
What I take issue with, though, is what she is saying about the other people, the other cast members, and basically saying that they're scabs who crossed the picket line, so to speak, like any of the people that did the most recent Scream. And I'm like, what? Like, none of them came out with and like said any of this shit. Like, like her whole stuff about her where she, what I'm talking about, right?
But you gotta send me that article so I can read it, because I didn't read it. I haven't read it.
It's on Bloody Disgusting.
It's on Bloody. All right, I'll go read it. All right,
because
chat, what's going on with you guys? We've been fighting this whole time, and I feel like chat's been talking to themselves. What are you guys?
It's about time. We haven't been fighting lately.
I know we needed a good little tiff there. I just hate that it's always over the same fucking shit.
Got to give the people what they pay for.
Right. All right. What are you guys talking about? Let me look up here. Let me see what's going on. B Movies Theater says I'm on the edge of my seat.
B Movie. What was the trailer you were saying that we needed to watch a while ago?
Blair Witch started it all for found footage. No, they didn't start found footage. They popularized it.
Yeah, they put it on the map that Halloween did for slashers.
Yeah, they just put it on the map. A lot of people say that Blair Witch started it, but it's not necessarily true. You can say it, and you wouldn't be wrong, but it's not necessarily true.
I mean, it was the first one to really make it a thing, though. So you could say that. They weren't the first movie to make a found footage movie, because I mean, you had
they just popularized it. That was
you had Cannibal Holocaust, and you had what's that other one that's given credit for the first found footage. B
Movie Theater says I love both versions of The Fly equally. I like when did that movie come out? 1949 or no, it was later than that. What was it?
The 50s, I think.
1958. That's it. 1950. Not even close.
Yeah, it's surprisingly dark.
It's very sad. It's a completely different movie, but yeah, I enjoyed it. I think I like the remake better. Just because I'm also a Cronenberg fan. But yeah, no, it is very good. Solo says maybe quality isn't the term, maybe impact. No, I'm saying quality film. So
you had The Connection in 1961, which is considered the first
found footage
movie.
I don't think I've seen that. Smiley says I like when mommy and daddy fight. 3 o'clock high says Sinners was good, but it certainly was not great.
And Peeping Tom is also kind of.
Oh yeah, I've seen Peeping Tom. That movie's okay.
Oh, Last Broadcast was the other one that I was thinking of.
Darren says I saw the thing in theaters when I was a teen. My mom took me, and she didn't even flinch watching it. What? Your mom did not flinch at the blood test? I don't believe it.
Oh,
that scene still makes me jump today. If I were to watch this movie today, that scene will still make me jump. Even though I know it's coming, even though I've seen it 5 times, still makes me jump.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like,
Foyer Frau says the thing overloaded my senses the first time I saw it. That movie's so good, those effects still hold up. They do. Nothing beats practical. Nothing. Livewire says streaming is definitely a part of profit consideration now. Yeah, but it can't be until we get the numbers. Until they are obligated to report their numbers, we cannot factor in how much or little people are watching it. Disney is pulling shows off of their platform because nobody's watching them. That's the only data that we can get. But I think it's the Nielsen ratings are like that's the closest thing to like watch time on these. But
they got to be making money, dude, because otherwise
they don't have to be.
No, I'm saying they got to be, because otherwise, like, Amazon Prime wouldn't keep spending hundreds of millions to make these fucking
yes, they would
shows and stuff.
Amazon is a shipping company that just happens to movies. Amazon shipping money is,
but why would they bother? Why would they bother?
Why not?
If they're not making money from
they
it?
Spent how many $1 billion to get the rights to make Rings of Power? Everything flopped, and I guarantee you, Amazon.
No, I didn't say everything. No.
Why
they
would
they can afford to lose money.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, like, they wouldn't be making and spending the kind of money they are if they're not making money from some of the shit. You wouldn't keep making, you know what I mean? They would have stopped making their own original content at this point. But some of their stuff, is. But what I'm saying is beyond Amazon. I'm saying in general, like, if there isn't, like, Netflix, we know how much money is, like, Netflix has made so much fucking money,
but not like anymore, really.
They still are. They make so much.
But we don't know
that pays for everything else, and that's why they refuse to tell us how much they're making.
J Money says DJ KB,
because then they'd have to pay all those people accordingly. They would have to pay, like, the cast of Stranger Things. They'd have to pay them what they, like, a shitload of money. Instead, they don't have to pay them jack shit because they pretend they're not making any, like, what they are.
Well, we don't know. J Money, the argument wasn't whether or not these movies made it to theaters or not. It was the quality of the films that we did get to see.
Yeah, and I just think that if you have 1,000 of something and you still walk away with 5 good things, it's still 5 good things. You might end up with a lot of shit because you have so much more. And I think that's more of what we're seeing now. You know, it's kind of like in the 70s, right? You had so few movies in the 70s and the 60s. And so, of course, the movies that you did get were of a superior quality because all the resources and everything were being put in just making like 1 or 2 movies, you know, per studio year, because you didn't have TV, you didn't have VHS. And then all of a sudden the 80s, when VHS exploded, you had all these studios making 1 billion fucking movies a year, and most of them were god awful going straight to VHS, right? But you still had some really good ones every year as well. But you had a lot of bad. And I feel like that's what's happening with streaming and movies now.
Tenderloin Stew says, we're calling you guys names behind your backs while you're arguing. I have not seen any name calling of us, and I'm disappointed. Nobody has called us any names.
Models versus Wolverines. Why would I watch that trailer? Be a movie? Like, just off the name alone, it doesn't sound like anything I would be interested in watching.
Feuerfrau says Peeping Tom has POV scenes, but I would not call it found footage.
Yeah, it's not. It's not at all, because it's not even found footage. It's like I don't understand why it's being classified as that either, but it is. Like, I was just reading off of like the Wikipedia thing.
Frau,
he's like shooting first person, but you're never seeing that footage. It's not like you're seeing the movie just through that footage. So that's why it doesn't fit in the found footage model at all.
Feuerfrau, they are still using Nielsen ratings, but I misspoke. What I meant to say was Samba. So Samba TV provides viewership based on like automated content recognition that track data from opt-in and smart TVs. So that's like the closest thing that we can get. So if you look up Samba ratings, like that's the closest, most accurate data that we have to determine who's watching what and for how long. And so
that's another thing. A point that Frau just brought up is very much a part of the equation of what's going on right now too, is we had like up until just right before 2020, movies would come out and they would be in theaters for like 2-3 months. Now movies are fucking pulled after 2 weeks.
3 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's like, no wonder why they're not making as much money in theaters either. Like, that's the other thing. Like, basically, any of the movies that make real money every year are the ones that were in theaters for a long time. Like, Sinners was in theaters for a long time. Final Destination Bloodlines was in theaters for a long time. But you had a movie like The Long Walk was like in and out of theaters. Like, if it had been out for 3 months, it probably would have made over 100 million.
Yeah.
And like, that's a big part of the problem. It's a big issue right now. It's not just that how long they're out. It's that you have so many that there's no, dude, it's hard for me. And this is what I do for a job. It's hard for me to see all the things that are in theaters. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
I mean, it's like every week there's but it's like a blockbuster every week. And I only cover horror, but imagine if I were to cover everything, I would never be able to see a lot of these smaller movies in theaters.
Yeah.
Like, how do you keep up with everything? And so a lot of this stuff doesn't even get coverage at all because there's just only so much you can cover.
Yeah.
And that's what sucks about a movie like HOKUM. Like, unless, like, if they're not putting much, like Resident Evil, going back to what I was talking about earlier about Resident Evil Raccoon City, they didn't promote it. There wasn't trailers and promotions. It wasn't in theaters very long. And there's all these other movies that it was competing against. And so, like, only so many YouTubers and people like that can even cover it and promote it. And so, like, a lot of people don't even know about it. You know, like, people that are fans of Resident Evil, I remember talking about it on my channel and people being like, I think I talked about it like last month because I saw that it was added to Hulu. And I had people being like, what? I love Resident Evil. I had no idea they made a Resident Evil movie called Raccoon City. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it was literally a Hollywood production in theaters, and yet people that are fans of Resident Evil didn't even know it existed. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm a little embarrassed by that still, but I will watch it. But we gotta get out of here. I gotta eat. I'm fucking starving. We've gone over, which, I mean, it's fine. I'm not complaining about going over, but I gotta eat because I have to wake up early tomorrow. I have an hour and 10-minute drive ahead of me in the morning, so I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah. So anyway, but thanks, guys. Thanks for joining again and showing up on Wednesday. Join us next week, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. on the West Coast, 10:36 a.m. at that weird place in Australia where Darren lives, 1 a.m. in Ireland, and we will get out of here. Casey, I don't know what you're talking about. All right, we gotta get out of here. Okay, I love everybody. Bye. Wait, where's my stuff? Love everybody. Bye.